Hello guys and welcome back, and right now we're going to be doing another Elder Scrolls Skyrim video, and particularly talking about the race of the Orcs. And as we know, the Orcs are the very aggressive, highly brutish, scary race from the realm of High Rock. I think that's where they come from. And look at these. I mean, these orcs are probably the best orcs that the game has, that has been in the game so far. Particularly, I mean, in the way that they look. Look at these teeth. Look at the grisliness that they've got right there. I mean, forget this guy right here. He's got the scars, but look at this dude. The horns coming out, his eyebrow ridge. That is awesome. And the dreadlocks as well. Fantastic. The facial paint as well. Honestly, I mean, these orcs are so mean and so scary looking. These look like the orcs that you would imagine an orc to be like. The absolute, I mean, I think in terms of maybe the Kashyyyks, the Argonians, and the orcs, but I think the orcs probably win it as being probably the best looking characters. I mean, the humans as well look really good. They're really improved from Oblivion. But I mean, look at the level of detail on this. I mean, look at this guy. Look at his eyes. Look at the face paint. He's actually, I mean, his facial structure is completely different. If you look at the shape of his nose compared to this guy's nose, and compared to this guy's nose, completely different. In fact, it looks a little bit like half sort of Redguard, half orc. But just amazing. Look at the level of detail. I mean, look at the sideburns on this guy. I mean, could you imagine going into a cave or something like that, and then coming across one of these guys in full battle armor? Oh man, absolutely scary. Really, really. I mean, this is quite something. I mean, look at these guys. I mean, look at this. I mean, look. I mean, talk about horns coming out your ridges. I mean, this. Look at that. I mean, if these guys had red eyes, you would just mistake them for Daedra. Absolutely no mistake. They're just absolutely awe-inspiringly amazing. Look at this guy. Not this guy. This guy. He looks quite boring compared to this one. Look at it. I know that they've all got them really grunty, scary teeth, but the colour of his skin with these tattoos on his face, and then with these horns and red eyes, just like I was talking about. Absolutely fantastic. And again, I'm pointing you to some of the details of these models. I know they're all wearing the same sort of cloth sack, but look at this neck here. Look at the sinew on the neck. Look at how thick it is. Look how stocky. It's just amazing. The detail, the amount of work that they've put in is fantastic. And right, look at this here. There's such a thick set neck there and there. And the eyes, look at that stare. I mean, imagine coming into a cave and bump into this guy here. I mean, he looks like a grizzled old orcish warrior who's been battling for absolutely decades. Just amazing. This guy, so scary with them eyes. I think the females though don't quite have as a ferocious as look as maybe they should. They're not as ferocious as the male ones anyway. They look actually a little bit weirdly sort of pretty. As with all the other females, they're a lot less heavy set. If you look at the thickness of the neck is a lot less thick. The chin and the jaw again is less pronounced, and you've got high cheekbones again. So, and smaller noses and smaller teeth as well. They don't have them jutting, somewhat like canine bottom teeth there, like they do in the males. And they've even got hairpins as well, which give them an extra sort of feminine element to them. Look at all the different colours of their eyes as well. I mean, this lady here, right? Look at this female orc. She looks amazing. The shaven head there, the red eyes. It looks a little bit elvish, and if it wasn't for like the sort of pug nose and the teeth coming out, I mean, she definitely screams orc. Pity she doesn't have any horns sticking out like they do in the males, but they still look quite scary. And same with the facial tattoos. I wonder if they're making the women look weaker, if they'll actually also be weaker as well physically. I suppose that'll be after something we'll have to find out. But I mean, still, it's amazing. Look at this, these tattoos here on the face, just fantastic. And if we scroll down, we've got some more tattoos to have a little look at. If we look at, I mean, look at this. That is awesome. Absolutely amazing. You could imagine her being quite a grizzled little, maybe some sort of assassin or something like that. I could really imagine that. Or an alchemist for this lady here. Just look at that. Look at the under the eyes as well. You've got that red mark right there, and right there as well, and all around. I mean, all this detail has been put in deliberately by the guys who've developed this game. Bethesda have really done a great job on this. I mean, look at this on the face as well, and here, and on the nose. Just fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. And again, the facial paint, here the cheeks, just brilliant. Look at this. We saved the best for last. She looks like really like an orc out of all of them. She's very quite grizzled as well, like she's been an old sort of war hag or something like that. Amazing. Right, I think I've got 4 pictures of orcs in the game. So if you give me a second, yeah, here we are. Right. Unfortunately, they're all orc males in the game, but you don't really mind that, do you? They give them a more ferocious look. I mean, this is the guy that I was talking about that looked a bit more like a demon than an orc, but he's very orc-like, you can see. Look at his two-handed double axe there. Absolutely fantastic. And the way that he fits in with the whole environment is just fantastic. I mean, can you imagine playing this game and then coming across this guy? You will absolutely fill your pants with fear. Look at that. I mean, look at the detail of on the clothes that he's wearing and these gauntlets here. Just fantastic. And the way that he doesn't look awkward or anything. He just looks amazing. And look at the shading and the shadow and the light. Fantastic. We've got this guy here actually in the well, I think it's some sort of crypt. Obviously, it's a dungeon of some sort. It looks almost, but obviously not quite imperial. But I think it's just the breastplate that he's got on. I'm really intrigued to see. Well, I'm really wondering what the armor will be like. At the moment, I haven't really seen too much armor for this game. But again, I mean, look at this. He's such a brute, but so cool looking. I mean, look at this axe here. Absolutely amazing. I mean, this game is going to be so fantastic. I'm like a fanboy on a high right now. Look at this archway. Look at these dangling reeds coming down. Just look at that for a second. Take it in. Amazing. Alright, we've also got this guy here, which I think is probably the one that most of us might have seen, I think. I mean, but it's proved me wrong as well. This guy's wearing heavy armor, as you can see, and a very orcish looking long blade as well. I mean, but look at the detail on this armor. Look at the plating on this pauldron here. Look at the way that the breastplate of the cuirass comes down. It's just amazing, absolutely fantastic. And then if you look at the foliage I mean, if you set this guy aside just 1 second, look at these ivy leaves down here, and then look at the way that the log is. It's just, this game is going to be amazing, and all this is like in-game stuff. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at the complexion of his skin as well. Look at the crease right there. This is absolutely fantastic. And this guy looks ferocious as hell. Honestly, this guy was seriously would cause you damage if you come across him, honestly. But I'm saving the best for last, actually, because there's one orc, that picture I've found, and you've probably seen it. He looks the meanest. Honestly, right, I'm going to show you him. Look at this guy. Honestly, this is the grizzly old war orc thing I was talking about. Look at this heavy plated pauldron right here. Look at that defense. And if you notice this cross scratching on his armor, every his kills, that's how many people he's killed. He's probably got them all down here and all on his other one as well. This is a real hardcore guy. And I mean, imagine you stealing around for treasure. You've come across a few encounters and you're feeling a bit weak. You can't quite rest yet because there's still enemies around. You bump off a few, and then you come around the corner and you meet this guy. It's just going to be game over. Well, obviously, if you're not as awesome as you should be. But I mean, look at this mace. Look at the detail. Can we zoom in? Yeah, we can zoom in. Look at that. Flippin' heck. It's just, this game is going to be fantastic. And look at this belt here where his arm is fastened on. Look at the detail on that. Just amazing. And then, I mean, even the attention to detail of the dungeon as well. We've got a little loot sticking out here and a crate there, and the way that these horn candles are just fantastic. Honestly, right, I've just had so much of an enjoyment here looking at the orcs. It's been fantastic. So brilliant. Right, when we come back, I think we're going to be looking at the Nords, and I'm quite excited about the Nords because they're one of my favourite races. I think Dark Elf is my favourite, and the Nords are probably second, but sometimes there's the close. Sometimes, for me, Nords are maybe a little bit, but it depends on how I feel, really. Anyway, I suppose that's enough for one day, but when we come back, that's what we're going to be doing, Nords. So until then, guys, stay safe, take care of yourself, goodbye.